dark roasted characters, chocolate, and then peaty scotch.
Oh, yeah.
Beers are not cheap, okay? I'm sending you a bill.
Seriously, you don't know what Guinness is?
We met in Ireland over a pint of Murphy's. We interviewed the Murphy's guru recently.
No.
Dara here, the Murphy's guru.
Welcome back to Beer Brackets of the Month, everybody. Episode number 12. Alessandro, we are back in the Beer Brackets pub, continuing on this favorite series of ours, man. And today, we are opening and closing our beer brackets with some of the most epic beers you could possibly imagine. As usual, I don't know what beers Alessandro has. He doesn't know what beers I have. My beers have a special theme today, my friend, that I've got to tell you about. So the theme,
Yes.
of today's episode is second beer chances. So let that sink in a little bit. Second beer chances. But as the gentleman that I always am, my friend, I will let you start. What are you opening your beer brackets with today? I cannot be more excited to find out. Let's go. Come on.
So this is going to be fun.
Yeah.
Because, and I'll tell you, just like you, I have a theme for tonight's
You have a theme too?
beers. I do.
I do.
I always try to find, some binding elements like throughout the experience.
It's the best way to go.
But the fun thing about tonight, I was going to say this because I picked these beers like a little while ago.
How long ago?
And thinking about this episode. The funny thing is that since these beers have been mentioned, not on the channel, but in the comments. So
What?
So you'll see. But the first beer
They're
I'm
tying into
opening
the
with.
comments? That's next level stuff, man.
Isn't that it's great? It's great.
You're tying in the Beer Brackets universe. All the beer explorers. What is that beautiful beer?
Exactly. So I'm happy that us and the Beer Explorer we're on the same page. So for the first and opening beer brackets here, I have this beer that I'm sure a lot of people recognize. I don't know if you do, my friend, but this is the Ayinger, the famous Celebrator or Celebrator.
The Celebrator.
Yes. Continuing on our double Bock
God.
adventure.
In the shadow of the Alps, nestled in the 1,200-year-old village of Ayinger, the Ayinger name means 500 years of serving beer in genuine Bavarian tradition.
Yeah, we've had requests to do versus battles with the Celebrator. Unfortunately, I can't get it up here in Canada, but that's so amazing that you got that. That's what you're opening your beer brackets with. But I do have something that I can counter with that I think is just as potent, just as flavorful, and just as special of a beer. Now, again, going back to my theme, the second beer chances. Today, I'm going to be opening and closing my beer brackets with beers that have come up on the channel that I never got to actually drink, that I came close to drinking. Very special beers that made an appearance, but were stolen away either physically or not physically in more ways than one. And this particular beer, my friend, is from a lost Beer Bracket of the Month episode, an episode that nobody got to see. I have my theories on what happened to this episode. It disappeared from my memory card. I think the beer spirits had something to do with it. Maybe it was the beer gods that strucketh us down and deleted this episode. But
It's in the beer void.
it's in the beer void. One of my favorite breweries, Innis and Gunn, their Islay whiskey cask. I opened my beer brackets with this on the Lost Beer Bracket of the Month episode. Unfortunately, nobody got to see it. I got to tell Alessandro all about it and drink it, but we never got to feature it, so it has to be featured on the channel. Let's get these beers open. We have been beerless for way too long. I love this. I love this like Scotch box that it comes in.
Isn't that amazing? It looks like a present.
It does. It's a beer present. It's quite the beer present.
Beer present.
A little 2-pack. This beer is actually pretty expensive. For a pack of 2, it's pretty much around $15. So you're paying probably about bar prices for a pint of beer, right? Like, let's say an expensive bar, $7, $8. So it's a treat. It is definitely a treat, not to be taken lightly. But it comes in that little 2-pack, very limited edition. I'll talk a little bit more about it later. Let's get these beers open and let us drink.
Let's do it, my friend. Let's open.
Oh.
Let's release the magic.
release the beers. I've got my official Innis and Gunn glass too. Look at that.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That's so awesome, man.
I know,
Like,
right?
that's so perfect.
As soon as you crack this beer open, just peatiness, just peaty whiskey. Oh, that's a beer face right there. What does that smell like?
This is Doppelbock pureness.
Oh. This dark, delicious, chocolatey brown beer. Look at that. If anybody's familiar with the Innis and Gunn Brewery, they do this a lot. Obviously, their beers by nature are barrel aged. Most of them are. This one in particular is their red Scottish red ale that they age in Lefroy quarter casks for, I believe, a red 13 months. And so it gives it this insanely, if anybody's had Lefroy before, if you're a Scotch fan, you know it's super peaty, really leathery whiskey. And those characters come off on the beer so much. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers to you. I'm excited that we get to drink here together
Yes.
tonight in this special beer bracket of the month.
Very, very special. Oh my God, this beer. I told you, man, I'm saving a pack of this for the next time we get together. There's 2 in here, one with your name on it, one with my name on it, and we are sharing this together. Knowing how much of a Scotch fan you are, you would lose your mind over this beer. But I'm dying to hear about the Celebrator.
This is quite a special beer as well, my friend. I will admit, like that fact that it's aged in Lefroy barrels is making me quite jealous. Like, and I can imagine the flavors and the aromas. But let's talk about the Celebrator.
Yes,
because we need to
deserves all the talking about.
deserves definitely the talking.
Yes.
Exactly. Absolutely amazing aromas, like of roasted, deep roasted characteristics on the malt. Slightly almost like burnt edges of crust bread, like you get like on the nose. And then you take
edges.
the sip, and it's just so incredibly light and fluffy. Like it's
Really?
so, the foam is just translates also into the mouthfeel and the aroma. It's just like elevates the whole experience. I was trying to look, 6.7%. It's a strong beer, but you don't really feel it. It's so delicious, my friend. I wish we could try it together. We definitely will make this happen.
Oh, we will. That's one I definitely need to try. In fact, we did get the request for the versus battle. So maybe next time I'm down in Florida, we're together and we can get that one. We might have to film that versus battle.
100%.
When we get those requests, when we get those subscriber requests, we got to fulfill them. We have to. It's our beer bracket duty. This beer, I can't even begin to describe to you. Like on the aroma, you get the peatiness, like I mentioned. You definitely smell that Scotch, the Lefroy Scotch. But there's also dark chocolate, like a little bit of biskiness, a little bit of biscuityness as well on there too. But really sort of like just dark roasted characters, chocolate, and then peaty Scotch. So that aroma, if you can put those all together in your mind and you can picture that, it's just a smorgasbord of aromas that make you want to go in and take a sip. And when you do,
Sounds like heaven to me.
it's creamy. Really nice effervescent mouthfeel, and the flavor is just like the taste hits you again, just like the peatiness, the Scotch, the Lefroy. You can taste the Lefroy. Definitely some maltiness, and then the finish is just all peat, just like you're sipping a peaty Scotch, but without that like burning sharp alcohol hit. It's pretty high. It's 7.4% alcohol. So it's up there, but you don't taste the alcohol on it at all. It's super smooth. This beer is absolutely fantastic.
It sounds incredible. And like knowing like, Innis and Gunn, they know how to deal with beer and barrel aging. Like it, at least from my very limited experience of the ones that I've been able like to taste. So I can't even imagine and like you said, it like peaty and smoky Scotches are some of my favorites. So that sounds absolutely amazing, my friend. So happy you're able to try that. So let's cheer to that again.
How would you rank that one? And when it comes to other Doppelbocks that you've had recently, how would you compare it?
Very, very good question, my friend. I would definitely say, referring to our recent Battle of the Bocks.
Recent Battle of the Bocks.
I think I would rank it probably, to my personal taste, a little bit higher than the Salvatore.
Really?
Because there's this little savory element of roastiness appears and lingers and
lingers there.
showcases a little bit of bitterness,
Yeah.
which I think adds a layer of interest in the beer. So it still has a lot of lager-like characteristics, because being a lager, obviously. Not as sweet as the Weissenbach that we had. But it adds these elements that are very, very interesting. I'd be curious to see a review of it, but I think I would probably just, out of memory, I would probably rank it a little bit higher, at least like it more in this moment. How about that?
Do not worry. We have to put these beers aside for now so we can close our beer brackets for everybody down there. These beers will be drank. But my friend, what are you closing your beer brackets with? If that's your opening bracket, I cannot wait to see what your closing bracket is.
Well, I'm so happy you asked, my friend. So happy you asked, because
Of course I asked.
this is the one that I really have been waiting for. I saved it for last because
Always save the best for last.
Yeah. I've had it before. I'm very excited because it's I haven't had it in a long time, and I thought it was just fitting.
I can't wait. I can't wait anymore. What is it?
Once again, like it's been mentioned too again, I picked those way before, but Weihenstephaner Korbinian.
We have the most amazing subscribers because the beer knowledge that people have that comment on our videos and the suggestions that they make, the requests that they make, please keep the suggestions coming, because I can't get that one. Like as you know, I've said on the channel before, I can only get the regular Weihenstephaner wheat beer. I can't get any of their other variations. I can't wait. I just want to sit back and watch you open that and drink it and hear you talk about it.
See, it's funny because really I picked those beers before we even filmed the Battle of the Bocks, because I had fought. We had decided already we were going to do the episode of the Battle of the Bocks, and I said, you know what? Like, there's these other two beers that I really like and I would like to feature. So I thought, like, well, maybe in the next beer bracket of the month. And at the point in time, I didn't know exactly when it was going to be. I knew it was, coming, because I've seen those comments coming. Like, so thank you guys for commenting, because you were reading my mind, and I was thinking, yes, I'm so happy they asked this, because this is exactly what I had in mind.
Well, my friend, to keep up with my theme of second beer chances, I think you could probably guess what this beer is going to be. I've been dying to drink this one. I came so close at Halloween to being able to drink this beer, and I didn't get the chance. But today, I'm finally going to drink it. It was stolen. It was stolen by the Keymaster.
Definitely we are.
No, not the Oladoo. And God knows what happened to that beer. I had to go on an excursion down to find an LCBO that held it, which wasn't easy. Not all of them did. Involved a lot of beer hopping from one LCBO to another until I found it. And these beers aren't cheap. Keymaster, these beers are not cheap, okay? I'm sending you a bill, a facture, as they say in French. You are being sent one, but I am closing my beer brackets today, my friend, with the Oladoo from Harviestoun Brewery, but aged in the Highland Park 21-year cask. It became available in Ontario pretty regularly recently, but before that, this was very hard to find. They don't export it too much. I was able to get my hands on a few of them. Go back and watch the Halloween episode if you want to hear a full rundown about this beer, but I just want to open it, I want to drink it, and I want to experience it. Let's do this, my friend. Let's close our beer brackets with these delicious beers.
This is just like, I feel like this is a fantastic lineup of beers. Like,
this is
probably one of the
epic beer lineup, if you're asking me. These four,
right?
I don't think you could get a better beer lineup, to be honest with you. We've had some pretty good beer lineups in our Beer Bracket of the Month episodes, but this is like next level, man.
This is absolutely next level.
Yeah.
I feel like this is, wow.
Oh, wow. This is just... the aroma that you get off of it is just like milk chocolate and whiskey. I'm so happy with these two beers because I'm just like, Alessandro and I are both the same. We're both big, whiskey and scotch fans as well. Anytime you get that combination of whiskey in your beer, if it's done right like this, it's just the most delicious thing in the world. But this is their old engine oil stout that they aged in the Highland Park 21 quarter casks. Tell me about that. I just need to hear all about that beer.
Well, my friend, like, the aroma is quite special.
Yeah.
It's like a combination of the Celebrator and the Salvator, in my opinion.
Really?
It's the perfect marriage of the two. And like I said, like the Salvator is a little bit more on the sweeter side, and the Celebrator has a little bit more of those like caramelized notes. So together, like they're just like heaven. It's really. How about yours, my friend? How's the aroma there?
I'm having a beer moment here. The aroma is really like dark roasted malts, chocolate, and whiskey. Those three, I'm sure you could probably pick out a lot of different elements out of there if you really, really wanted to. But those are the three that I'm taking away from it. And those are the three most important ones. You know, we've made this comparison before, but you know how you can get like those fancy boxes of like liquor chocolates where they'll have like, you know, the Grand Marnier chocolate, then they'll have like, you know, the Jack Daniels one that's always thrown into there.
For sure, yeah.
That's really like, if you think about whiskey and chocolate together, this is really what it makes me think of. And then on the taste, it's like a really, really, really good stout. Kind of like almost, it has the characteristics of an oatmeal stout in the sense it's very flavorful, very oaty, but then just strong on the whiskey, but in a nice creamy, balanced way. Notes of milk chocolate that kick in as well, and it's just fantastic. It's done with such class and quality. So how would you compare, I know I'm asking a lot of comparison questions here, but how would you compare that in the hierarchy of Weihenstephaner beers? Where does that fall for you?
Well, I'm going to take here a sip, my friend, and I'll tell you to give you the most vivid experience.
By all means, take a sip.
Oh yeah.
This is almost like there might be a special age restriction on these videos at some point, man. These beer noises that we make or taste.
It could be. It could
we make it flagged. Should have a beer OnlyFans.
Oh yeah.
You know, genuine, like, and I don't think, again, like I've never had them just side by side, like the Celebrator and the Korbinian.
Mm-hmm.
But the Celebrator has like, it's a little bit more rich and complex. The Korbinian is just all about the balance.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's the perfect combination of the Salvator and the Celebrator. Like it has like the elements of both, but it somehow elevates them. So if you were to ask me, I would probably pick this as my favorite of the three.
Really?
Because it has like those like savory notes. That's the note that I can think of for this one here. You know how when you get like you go and you get like a pizza that has been cooked like in a pizza oven, like with the wood fire, and you get those burnt edges like on the
edges
pizza.
of the fire. Oh, yes.
With it has to be a fire oven, not just like an oven.
To get like those pitch black charcoal edges on the edge of the crust.
It has a very unique flavor. That's kind of like the lingering flavor that like it.
Oh, that's
it just like I had that image in my mind, like and this like. You know, kind of like, in my opinion, takes all those elements that the Celebrator has, like being a little bit more rich, like and more intense, but it keeps it at a very like light and airy way. It's absolutely incredible, my friend. Like
that sounds
this
amazing.
This is quite the beer. Okay.
Gotta take one last sip.
All right, my friend, I'll take another quick sip, but as you can see, the foam is all gone, so I need a refresher here.
Oh, please do. Please refresh the beer.
And luckily, I have like still plenty because it's. You know, it's
you're good at conserving that beer. You just poured out a little bit. You're quite the beer conservator,
right?
In many more ways than one. Look at that. Look at that. Where'd you go? You still there? You left your beer. Why would you leave without your beer? Oh, that was weird. Was it like a glitch on your computer? Where'd you get the?
It's still here.
How'd you get the robe on? What do you wear the robe for? What do you?
Dude,
you look all dusty. What happened?
You have no idea where I've been.
What do you mean where you've been? You were gone.
What day is it?
Your screen must have froze or something, but you were gone for like 10 seconds. What are you talking about?
What day is it?
What day is it? It's Beer Bracket of the Month Day. What are you talking about?
I've been gone for years.
You got a crazy look in your
really? I've been gone, man. I had the craziest experience. I gotta tell you about this. You're gonna love this. I met Arthur Guinness. I had beers with him. Like, it was incredible.
Arthur Guinness.
Yeah, man. Like it's Isn't that incredible? Like I was back in 1755, like and you know, like he's still like thinking about opening Guinness, like and like I just like disappeared. Like I was this whole year, like I didn't know how I could come back. Like apparently, like I'm back. Like that's awesome.
Who's Arthur Guinness?
Guinness, man. Like you know, the beer we had, like you know, we met like over a pint of Guinness in Dublin. You know, like the one with the widget.
Murphy's?
No, not Murphy's. The other one, like the one with the harp.
You're freaking me out, man. What are you talking about? What's Guinness? Why are you wearing that robe?
Dude, I just came from the 1700s. I don't know how I made it back here. It's awesome. Like I'm so happy to be back. And look, my beer's still here. I remember it. Ooh. Seriously, you don't know what Guinness is?
We met in Ireland over a pint of Murphy's. We interviewed the Murphy's guru recently.
All right, lads, what's the crack? Hope you're keeping well. Dara here, the Murphy's guru.
No. Guinness? No.
I don't know what's going on. We've had some weird episodes of Beer Bracket of the Month up to now. This kind of takes
I must have changed the timeline. That's it. Yes. Because I met him. That's the only explanation. I went back in time and I changed the timeline. That's it, man. Like, I met him. I met Arthur Guinness. That's what happened.
This is getting too weird. I think we're going to have to end this episode for now, my friend. I'm happy you enjoyed your robe. I don't know where you went for that couple of seconds there, but Guinness? I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe... Like, cheers. Let's get this sorted out. Thank you for joining us, everybody. Let us know down below what you thought of these epic 4 beers that we had today. Why you got that crazy look in your eyes, man?
It's
I'm gonna have to talk
still.
about
I'm
this
back.
episode. I don't know what's going on here. You're being really weird.
It's so good to be back. It's so good to see you, my friend. I haven't seen you in such a long time. It's so amazing. Cheers.
Cheers.
Don't forget to comment and subscribe.